illnesses this year. He had COVID. I mean, he's dealing with the thumb thing now. How important is it of him just trying to play in as many of these games as possible and gritting through some of this stuff?
CJ's been a warrior for us all season. Like you said, he's played through being sick, playing through the thumb injury, which we all know. And he understands the magnitude of our games coming up. And so we're leaning on him a ton.
What kind of example is that set for the rest of the guys as they watch him try to play through a bunch of different things?
I think, they all see his leadership in that way. And, it's not a knock to anybody else. It's just who he is as a basketball player and as a person. He tries to play through things. So is JV. The things that guys can play through, they do, and sometimes he just can't. And we understand that too.
Do you have an update on Brandon at all?
So Brandon he's done some pool work today. He's done some work on the floor. He'll be questionable for tomorrow.
And it's rare at this point in the season you're able to get 2 days off to kind of refocus. Just what was the message these last 2 days? Just kind of get the team mentally right going into these last few games.
Our message is simple. It's control the controllables. And for us, we can play harder or just as hard as any team when we go into their building or they come into ours. We can rebound the ball. We can take care of the ball offensively. We can play with force, and we can execute. It doesn't guarantee you a win, but it gives you an opportunity, and those are the things that we want to focus on coming down the stretch of the season.
We've seen, obviously, we see Jose getting a little bit of work in. What have him and Larry been able to do as they progress in getting back?
They're starting to get on the floor and not a lot of movement. Larry worked out today, did some PD work, but just trying to get them back on the floor slowly but surely, get some spots shooting, get a little rhythm. Jose's still a ways away from being able to move, but he can do some dribbling and shooting. That's pretty much it.
Willie, going back to CJ for a second.
Yeah.
He put on a smaller splint, we learned after the game in your last win. Could you tell that he was playing better, freer? Could you see his mobility, movement, all that was maybe better going to that newer splint?
I think that definitely helped him. Obviously, he shot the cover off the ball, especially down the stretch of the game. But it's something he's been battling. I know he's been battling the thumb injury. I know the splint, the bigger splint, is uncomfortable. But, we need him on the floor, and we need all of our guys healthy. So CJ also understands where we are in the season, and so he wants to be available for his teammates.
I know you said the other night when you were asked about the level of concern, and you quickly said none whatsoever. Is that like learned behavior because you understand you've been in this league a long time and anything can happen, or are you just kind of that calm, cool, and confident?
No, it's I just don't think worrying and being concerned, it doesn't do anything for us on the positive side. So we have an opportunity to control our destiny. We can get on the floor and practice, and we can work, we can watch film, and we can get better. We can go out and execute those things when it comes game time, and that's our focus. I don't think we need to be worried or concerned. We just need to go out and be us, be the Pelicans, play the way we know we can, play free, play with joy, but play hard.
Does it help to think that way when you've been in a similar situation last year? You made it to the play-in, made it to the playoffs?
Yeah, it does. Experience helps, no doubt about it. And all of our guys and our coaching staff, the whole staff, we've all experienced this last season. It doesn't guarantee we're going to win, and I'll say it again, but we want an opportunity to win. And if you give us an opportunity or we give ourselves an opportunity, I think we can do it. I believe we can do it. And so that's the focus right now, blocking out all the noise, just focusing on what we have to do, take care of our business.
We've talked a lot about the three-pointers, but what have you guys been doing just to try to make some strides offensively, just to get better on that end overall?
Well, we definitely want to take more than 29 threes a game. I think that'll help us try to get up in the 35 range, but, we got to make them. So having a focus on getting into the paint, kickouts, having the guys in the gym trusting in their work. There's some things that we can do to help ourselves offensively. Taking care of the basketball is extremely important for us because if we're turning the ball over, normally teams are capitalizing on those opportunities. So those are two areas that we want to definitely focus on.
I guess the Thunder kind of don't have that kind of bearish big like Jonas, so to say. Do you think this is a game where we could see Jaxson, given how well he's playing, in maybe the matchups that team presents on Saturday night?
I think so, especially how well Jackson's been playing. We're gonna ride JV as well. So if he has it going and he's able to dominate these guys, we want to play him. But we definitely can see Jax.
And you talked about using Herb more as a role man on the offense. How much do you think that's helped with the spacing and just getting him more involved in the offense?
I think it's helping us. Teams are trying to put their weaker defenders on Herb, and they're trying to force the ball to go to him for him to just shoot. So trying to put him into action as a screener, as a diver. Now their defenders have to guard CJ. They have to guard, Dyson, Jose, Dyson, Kyra, whomever's in a pick and roll situation, Naji, J. Rich. That's different than what we've been doing. And so those are some adjustments that we've been trying to make going down the stretch.